Have you ever heard such a story in which two different people with the age difference of the earth and the sky were made partners of each other by circumstances and nature? Two such separate people who were lonely in the world and supported each other, but the irony of nature or the cycle of circumstances that both of them had to surrender to the circumstances by choosing separate paths. In the beginning of this story, we are shown a lady who used to be a school teacher, but now she has retired from her job. So to make a living, she writes letters to people outside the station who cannot read. In return, this lady, whose name is Dora, gets a lot of money. Dora has always been alone, so now she has no feelings for anyone in her heart. After writing letters, she takes them home and posts them later. Sometimes she does not even post some of the letters. It does not matter to her whether people's letters have been posted or not. Now one day a boy named Joshua comes there with his mother. Joshua is only 9 years old. He never met his father, and today he asks Dora to write a letter to his father. Come home soon, from whom Joshua never met. He has left home forever. Now Dora comes home with all the letters, which she never posts, but she reads the letters with her friend Irina. And when Irina reads Joshua's letter, tears come to her eyes. She tells Dora that we should post this letter. Dora does not care about this. She lies to her that I will post it soon. The next day when she goes to work, Joshua comes with his mother. Joshua's mother asks Dora that you did not post our letter. We want to write another letter which will be better than that. Dora agrees to her. And now when she is writing a letter, Joshua is teasing her, which Dora does not like at all. Joshua tells his mother that I do not think she ever posts our letter. His mother says that this is not the case. She is helping us. After writing the letter, they go out. When Joshua drives his top, he falls from a distance. When he goes to pick him up, his mother gets into an accident, in which she dies. Joshua is completely broken by his mother's death. Dora is watching everything from a distance, but she does not come to Joshua. Joshua, who is completely broken, he comes to Dora with tears in his eyes. He also has anger in him. He says that you write a letter to my dad, and tell him that my mother is injured. But Dora refuses to write a letter, because Joshua does not have money. Now he is an orphan. He has no house. That's why he starts hiding from the police at the station. Also every night he prays to his mother Mary for his mother to get well soon. Actually, he does not know that his mother has died. He only knows that his mother had an accident, because the people there did not let Joshua see his mother at the last moment, because her body was very bad. Next morning Joshua is sleeping near the pile of garbage. That's when Dora comes there. She gives him something to eat, but he clearly refuses, because she did not write a letter for him. There is another boy at this station, who is hiding here like Joshua. He steals something from a shop at the station, and when he runs away, the police follow him and kills him. Seeing this, Dora starts worrying about Joshua. She goes to Joshua and says that you come with me. Joshua says that my mother is going to come here soon to take me. She explains to him that nothing like this will happen. If you want a house to live, then come behind me. Actually, she is worried that the same boy who was shot by the police, they should not let Joshua die. And now Joshua listens to her and follows her to her house, where he sees that no one lives there except Dora. Dora's friend Irina also comes here, who had read Joshua's letter, and she had tears in her eyes. She is very happy to see Joshua. Now at night Joshua sees that there are a lot of letters at home, and one of those letters is this, which she had written for his dad, in which his dad's photo is also there. He says to Dora that you did not send my letter. She says that soon I will post all the letters. He says that if you can't do it, then I will post all the letters. Next morning Dora takes him to a man, and for some money, she sells Joshua to that man. With this money, she buys a TV for herself. In the evening, when her friend Irina comes home and does not see Joshua there, then she asks Dora about Joshua. In the beginning, Dora does not tell her anything, but later she says that I sold him to a family. His life will be good there. The family adopted Joshua. Irina says that is it true? Don't you know what they do with children? They take out their organs and kill them. Saying this, she leaves from there. And now Dora starts worrying about Joshua. She can't sleep all night, and the next time she goes to the same house again, and with great cunning she takes Joshua out of there and brings him with her. After this, she gives Joshua a bus ticket and says that you go to your dad. Actually, he has the address of his dad, because his mom had written on the letter. And now when Joshua is going towards the bus, Dora starts worrying about him. That's why she also sits with him in the bus, so that she can find her dad with him. And now their journey has begun. Another story like this. This girl comes home and hugs her mom and cries, because her dance audition went wrong and now she wants to see where she made a mistake. That's why she starts practicing again, but this time she dances very actively, because of which her balance is disturbed and her feet are injured. When Nina's mom looks at her feet, she sees that the nail of her toe is broken. She says to her, she will have to rest for a few days, but she clearly refuses and start practicing again with her injured feet. To watch this video, click the link attached with the I button above and also at the end screen. Back to the story. Joshua talks to Dora a lot, but she doesn't answer him, because she is not used to talking to others. But after a while, she also starts talking to Joshua, where little Joshua, who is only 9 years old, asks strange questions, which Dora has no answer to. After a long journey, the next morning the bus stops stops at a place from where Joshua's dad's house is not very far. Dora goes to the conductor and gives him the address of Joshua's father and says that drop this child there. And she herself gets down from there and takes the return ticket. Now she is satisfied that Joshua will reach his dad. And she herself will reach her house, but when she looks back, Joshua is sitting there who has got down from the bus. She goes to him and asks, "Why did you get down from the bus? What do you want?" Joshua doesn't answer her. Then she remembers the bag that she had left for Joshua. It had money in it. She runs towards the bus. But the bus has now left from there and now Dora doesn't have any money left. Because all the money she took her return to use that money. Dora is worried she doesn't understand anything. What will she do now? Then a truck driver comes to her, who gives her something to eat. He also promises that he will take her back to her destination. Both of them sit on the truck with the truck driver. After traveling for many hours, the truck driver stops at a place where there is a shop. Dora knows that Joshua is hungry. She herself is hungry. That's why she goes inside the shop and steals some food items. The shopkeeper suspects her, but before he searches for her, the truck driver comes there who already knows the shopkeeper, because of which the shopkeeper doesn't search for her. Then Dora comes back to the truck where Joshua is. She gives him food items and says that I have bought it. Joshua says that you have stolen it. Then the truck driver comes there. They eat all those things together. Actually, the nature of the truck driver is very good, and now somewhere Dora has started liking him. They talks a lot, and now Dora decides that she will propose to the truck driver, as she has never done to anyone in her entire life. The next morning, they stop at a place. Dora offers a beer to the truck driver and also holds his hand. She is trying to get close to him. Actually, she wants to propose him. She goes to the washroom, and when she comes back, the truck driver had already taken the truck from there. Dora's heart breaks seeing this. Actually, the truck driver thought that Joshua is her son, and when she was getting friendly, she felt that Dora's character is not good. That's why he left Dora and Joshua here. Dora was crying here. Joshua comes to her. He asks her that why are you crying, and where did the truck driver go? Dora does not answer him. Then a car comes here, which is going to the same place where they have to go, and Joshua's father lives here, but she does not have money. That's why Dora gives him her watch. And now they both sit in the back of the car with all those people. On the way they stop at one place where Dora and Joshua both goes up to the hill. Joshua says that I think that they did not bury my mother well. Actually, now he has come to know that his mother has died. Dora takes Joshua to a holy place which is near the temple where there are many threads. Actually, everyone here comes to ask for prayers. Dora says that you also tie something here and ask something for your mother. After that, Joshua ties his handkerchief there. They both soon reach the city where Joshua's father lives, which address was written on their letter, which Joshua's mother had written. They go to that house where they see a man. Actually, a whole family lives here. Dora says that Joshua is your son. She shows him the letter, and when he sees that letter, he tells that this is not me. Actually, the one who used to live here. This is his name and his address. He won a lottery, and he sold me the house from here and went to another place forever. The place is very far from here. After hearing this, they both get disheartened, because after facing a lot of difficulties, they had reached here. Dora told her friend Irina to send some money to Joshua's father. That is to send some money to this address, which she had sent to some other wrong address. That means they still don't have any money, and once again they will have to decide their journey. Dora is completely irritated. She calls Joshua very straight. She says that your parents left you after giving birth to you, and now you have become my responsibility. I am fed up of you. After hearing this, Joshua starts running away from there. Dora also runs after him. There is a lot of crowd on the road. Dora falls down while running and becomes unconscious, and the next morning when her eyes open, her head is in Joshua's lap. They both start smiling after seeing each other, although they fight with each other, but they both are very worried about each other. Now the biggest problem in front of them is that they need money. They don't understand where to get this money from, because this is the time when there is no payment, no online transactions. Here Joshua starts shouting loudly and says that we will write a letter for you. We will send this letter to God, for which you will have to give some money. There are a lot of such people who had asked God, which was fulfilled, and now they start writing letters for God, and for which they give money to Dora and Joshua. They save a lot of money. With the money, Joshua buys a beautiful dress for Dora, after which they also click a photo with each other. They stay in a hotel at night where Joshua is going to burn all the letters, but Dora forbids him to do so. Actually, now she realizes her responsibility, that whenever someone writes a letter for someone, he should not burn it or throw it, but should deliver it to the right place, and she realized this responsibility after living with Joshua, because for a long time she has been carrying the responsibility of Joshua, walking on these roads, which is not so easy, due to which her life has changed to a great extent. The next morning they reach that place where Joshua's father's new address is. There are a lot of similar houses here. After reaching here, they realize that Joshua's father does not live here anymore. He suddenly disappears somewhere. Joshua is completely broken. He decides that he will wait for his father. Here itself, Dora tells him, you come with me to my house. We both will live together. Joshua agrees to Dora. They both go to the bus stop, where they find out that the bus has left and tomorrow another bus will leave from here. So, they will have to wait here for a whole day. When they are talking on the bus stop, then they have a boy who was working there. He says that the one you have come here to find, he is my father. He takes them both to his house. Actually, Joshua's stepbrother at home home they see that Joshua has two stepbrothers. Joshua also sees his father's photo here, due to which Joshua believes that this is his father's house. After a while, Joshua's stepbrother tells Dora that many years ago our mother had died. And 9 years ago, my father started living with a lady named Anna, and when she got pregnant she left this place and went to live in Rio City forever. She never came back. I think she was Joshua's mother. My father loved her a lot. He went to find her but never came back. But 6 months ago, he got a letter which we have not read till date. And now Dora reads that letter. Actually, these two brothers do not know how to read and write. That's why they have not read the letter yet. They says Dora to read that letter. Dora reads that letter and tells that your father has written that I am working in a mine in Rio City. I will come back soon. I want to live with my 3 children. In which she also says Joshua's name. After hearing this, Joshua's 2 brothers are ready to keep Joshua with them. Joshua slowly tells Dora that I know. My name was not in the letter. You took my name falsely. Why did you do this? Dora does not answer him, and now the next morning, before the dawn, Dora wears the same dress which Joshua had gifted her and that letter which Joshua's mother had written for Joshua's father, which he had never posted. She leaves that letter there and quietly leaves the house. Joshua's eyes open after a while. He sees that Dora is not at home. He runs towards the bus stop, but before he could reach the bus leaves from there. Joshua runs like crazy behind the bus, but it does not have any benefit. The bus goes very far from it. Dora has tears in her eyes. She looks at the photo from a small camera, which she and Joshua had clicked together. Such a photo is also with Joshua. She writes a letter to Joshua that you never lose the hope of your father's return. He will definitely come back one day. In this way, the two are separated from each other. Although Dora had never made any kind of relationship with anyone in her life. That's why she was very bitter. But after coming Joshua into her life, her whole life has changed. Now she also realizes the relationship. But maybe Joshua and her companionship was up to here, because Joshua's mother always wanted that Joshua should live with his father. And Joshua also wanted this, which may be possible soon. So this was the whole story of this film. Do you think Dora did the right thing by leaving the child with her half-brothers? I think this child